It's both wonderful and challenging when history stares you in the face at the same time as the present and future. It's our connections to each other and the past which breathe life into us. They come and go too quickly, and the future is now. But we can reach out and touch them forever. Most of all, we can embrace them as part of our being, because they are a part of our journey, past, present, and future.
We stand within an ancient brand new now. At once, within an empty corner devoid of vision, an angle formed by two lines meeting, the meeting point itself a standstill, and then, beyond the point, a yearning, a fierce longing to make another start, create a vision of geometric movement at every point. No static or statistics stagnating between fact and fiction. Instead, a vision where numbers, letters, words are worlds of sound, of special meanings, imbued with feeling.
It's both wonderful and challenging when history stares you in the face at the same time as the present and future. It's our connections to each other and the past which breathe life into us. They come and go too quickly, and the future is now. But we can reach out and touch them forever. Most of all, we can embrace them as part of our being, because they are a part of our journey, past, present, and future.
How do we measure time? It feels ephemeral in nature. Past, present, and future melding within a kaleidoscopic adventure. Relationships, especially bound by love, bind the ties of time. All we've ever been, are, and will be, are interwoven with everyone we've ever known and will know, especially those we love. Fact is often stranger than fiction, and fiction seems more real when drawn from the depths of our being. Our yearning compels us to create amazing possibilities.
Nazareth, Texas is a place of survival and lives well lived in the midst of a timeless yet disappearing way of life, an almost magical gift from the Panhandle, where fact and fiction create their own reality. The Panhandle is a part of Texas unfamiliar to most outsiders. Nazareth, between Amarillo and Lubbock, is a small town, hidden from view within the vast open landscape.
On the surface, Nazareth seems forgotten by time, and yet it's as busy as any large city. The land calls out to those who know it well, whether they've stayed on to make a life or are long gone to seek another path. Faith, family, farm, and education bind the ties carried by the ephemeral winds. They whisper the stories of past, present, and future. There's much to say about a disappearing way of life.
While from anywhere in town you can hear the underlying Benedictine spirit within the church bells tolling that all is well. Listen for the rooster's crow and the low of a cow as the sun rises on the golden spread day.
Like the town, true love stories never end. They are timeless. Sometimes love finds its way when least expected and in unexpected places. The saga continues of a tale of epic proportions, of lovers separated by a journey, lovers tested by time together, a journey required by disappearing time, a desire to be together managed by a need to be apart, love to be continued.
May 2010 was a typically quiet and peaceful time in the Texas Panhandle. The comfort of continuity is bathed in the morning light, the best of the golden spread day.
This is Cotton John.
Fall 1967. It's been a quiet week in Nazareth. Most of them are. About the only thing going on in the town is the daily meeting at the hardware store. A cup of coffee early in the morning or a bottle of pop in the afternoon is enough reason to talk for a few minutes. Most of the talk revolves around the drought. Of course, if there isn't a drought in progress, there's too much rain. In either case, it needs to be discussed. Usually, the conversations are the same. Sure could use some rain. Yeah, it's drier than a popcorn fart. It would sure be nice to shut down the wells. The crops will look better if we get some nice showers. Sure are going to need some rain before we can plant. It's always interesting that they can only say one sentence at a time. Maybe they have to stop and think. More likely, they want to take another sip of their drink. Normally, it's impossible to have an automobile accident in Nazareth. There are 2 times a day when an accident can occur. When the 2 school buses run and when the hardware store conversation breaks up. On a good day, 4 or 5 vehicles can be seen in town at one time. There's almost a need for stop signs, but then most of the farmers are too busy to stop. North of town, Mama R is ticked off. Few things in life are more miserable than having her ticked off. The dust won't stop blowing and has been building up on the windowsills to the point that a person can ride in it. Mama R's youngest child, Tracy, isn't old enough for school and is bored. It's too windy to play outside and Mama R is busy making clothes. Tracy goes to the window to watch for her big brother to return from school. She can have fun with him when he takes her along on after his school chores. Innocently, her finger moves from the window to the windowsill. Tracy's learning how to spell and likes to practice. And so the messages in the dust begin. Clean me, I'm dirty, and who cares are written on the sills in different rooms. When Mama R sees what Tracy is doing, she's so ticked that Tracy runs out of the house and hides in the barn to avoid the inevitable. The story makes it around town, and Tracy's been the subject of the hardware store conversations for a week. But that's about to change with the arrival of a visitor to Nazareth, where the women are unpredictably strong, the men are handsome, and the children defy being average.